Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to our YouTube channel, KIIGE'S Couch. My name is Charlene. Thank you so much for choosing to watch today's video. Thank you for clicking on today's video. If you are joining us for the very first time, welcome to our channel. Welcome to our channel. If you have been here and you've not yet subscribed, please, I'm asking you to please subscribe, because subscribing means you're helping us grow our community, and liking and sharing our content helps our content be recommended to as many people as you can. So you subscribing and liking is actually supportive to us. Subscribing is free. When I say us, I mean me and my husband. We own this channel. We talk about marriage, we talk about music, we talk about the word of God. Sometimes we come and share the word of God. We talk about leadership, and once in a while we sneak in vlogs here and there. So on today's video, first let me say thank you for all of you who've been watching, commenting, liking. We appreciate you. We see you. Thank you for supporting us. So on today's video, it's not different from last week's video in terms of we are cooking. We are still in the kitchen. We are still in the kitchen. And today's recipe, again, I said if you want to interact with us more and also just tell us the kind of content you want us to also share or topics to talk about, you can follow us on our Instagram pages. Mine is Charlene KIIGE. My husband's Instagram is Kigen Juguna. At least when you're there now, you will see like our daily interaction. So most of the time when I cook, I share just on my Instagram stories, just to share recipes and just to get feedback and just to entertain you as I'm cooking and all that. So a few weeks ago, I also made homemade buns, or they're not scones, they were actually buns. And again, many of you were like, please show us the recipe. What did you do? How can I make this at home? Because actually, if you can make it at home, it's much more affordable than buying from the supermarket. So in today's vlog, I'm going to make the same buns. I'll show you all the ingredients that we need, but I'm going to list them right now. You'll need salt, you'll need all-purpose baking flour, you'll need baking powder, you'll need yeast. What else? You'll need an egg, milk, and a little bit of butter or margarine, whichever you find available for you. So also let's get into today's video. I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you'll make the buns and share on Instagram and tag me so that we see, are you following? Are you following? Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay. So let's make the scones. When it comes to the scones, you need your all-purpose flour. These are 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. This is baking powder. I'm going to use a tablespoon of baking powder. This is margarine. I've just melted it. A cup of warm milk, and yeast. That is a tablespoon of yeast, and one egg. It's not a must you have the egg, but I just prefer having the egg. All this is just to make the dough more rich. Okay, so let's do the mixing and then we continue with the process. Let's start. Oh my goodness. I hope you can see. Shooting is not for the faint-hearted. Shooting is not for the faint-hearted. So the first thing I want to do is I will crack my egg. No, I'll add the milk. I'll add the milk in the bowl. And then in this milk, I will put sugar. Just play with whatever amount of sugar you like. I'm not going to put a lot, just 3 of these big spoons. And then we mix this, okay? After that, I will add my egg in. And just mix. Remember, I'm just trying to create, because I'm going to put yeast as the last thing. I want to give the yeast the best environment for it to thrive. Okay, you want to create the best environment for the yeast to thrive. Once that is well mixed, I'll add in my butter. And then we put in the yeast. Put in the yeast. Then we leave this for a few minutes because we want to check if this yeast is active. And for you to know if it's active, you'll just see bubbles forming around the yeast, meaning it's already feeding on the environment you have created for it. So let's put this aside and mix our dry ingredients. So here I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'll add a tablespoon of baking powder. And just a pinch of salt. Just a pinch. And then I mix this. And we mix. So let's give the yeast time to feed on the environment I've mixed it, and then we come back and continue with the next step. Like 5 minutes have passed. I've cleared the sink. You see how you know your yeast is active. You see the bubbles it has formed. It means it's really thriving, really thriving. Now you add your flour in the mixture. I just want to fold that in. Sorry for the movement. So remember I said I added 2.5 cups of flour, and you see the mixture is still very sticky, which is still fine. So you can actually add the whole amount of flour at once, like 3 cups, and knead it to uh, a dough that's not sticky, and then let it rise for like an hour or 30 minutes. You'll just keep checking. So for me, what I'll do, because this is sticky, it's still fine. I'll cover it. It will still rise, and then I'll come and knead it out to the stickless dough, as now it has already risen, and then now roll it into the desired bowls that we want, that will make the scones. Leave it to rise again for like 30 minutes before we bake it. So this is just perfect. We'll just have to cover it, and then after that we'll be ready. So just get your kitchen towel and just cover that. We'll cover it to rise for a few seconds, and then once it's ready, we come back and finish the process. So we are back. We are back. It's been exactly 40 minutes. I love how when you're watching this, you don't feel the 40 minutes. You just see the transition to transition. But we have waited for 40 minutes. You see how our dough has really risen because it was quite low. So now we just need to decompress dirt and add in the flour, that we make the complete dough that's not sticky. We'll just wash this. KIIGE Meals and Memories. I was given this during my, what's the name, bridal shower. So cute. So you will just add in the flour and scoop, 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 and just knead. Put it on the surface and keep this aside. And we'll just knead properly. Until it's not sticky. We'll just keep adding flour until the whole thing see how I'm stretching the dough. That's how you achieve soft buns. Of course, before you do this, your hands are clean. Don't people eating your dirt. By the time you're done, you'll have a little bit of biceps, but so good. Assuming you're making cinnamon rolls, you could have done the same process, but now the only difference is that once you roll the dough, you will roll and add cinnamon and your margarine. If you just want plain buns that you can use to make burgers or burgers, then you can use, this is what you do. See, now it's not sticky. Not sticky. This is what you want, not sticky. So I'll put it aside just for a few minutes. Let me clean this surface and then we prepare the baking tray. So now that the surface is clean, I have my oven tray. I have lined it with foil. I'll just take a little bit of margarine and smear the margarine onto the foil. Just like that. Let's put this extra one here. And then I'll take a little bit of flour and sprinkle on the foil. So this is ready, we keep aside. Then we take our dough. Let me get a knife. Take our dough. I'll divide it into two. Okay, two is enough. Then you just roll this out. Not so thin. Then I'll just cut it into pieces. So I'll take the first piece a little bit thin. Then I'll just join to make round balls. Make round balls, then you place on your tray. Cut. Make round balls. Put it on your tray. Cut. Make round balls and put it on to your tray. So let me just fasten up this process and then I show you what we will do next. This is exactly how they've turned out. I anticipated they wouldn't fit on this tray, so I've added the remaining on my baking tray. You want to cover this for the next 30 minutes because you also want the yeast to proof, so that they need to double in size. So I will cover them for 30 minutes. The last 15 minutes within my 30 minutes, that's when I'll come and preheat my oven, so that once the 30 minutes are done, we just pop them in the oven, then we bake them. So let's cover and wait for 30 minutes. You see they have doubled, not doubled, but at least become a little bit puffier. So let's just drop them in the oven. The oven is already preheated. It's already preheated, 180. I'm doing both up and down heat is on. So let's just put them in the oven. There we go. I don't know if I should put these other ones down here. I don't know if they will fit. I don't know if they will cook, but let them just be there. So guys, it's been 25 minutes later. I was baking them at 180. I just want to reduce that to around 120 there, because as you can peek through, you see that they are done actually. So I'll just leave them for the next 5 minutes. That will be a total of 30 minutes, and then we are done with the scones. This is exactly how they've turned out. This one that looks like it has a knife that has gone through it is because a knife has gone through it to ensure that the knife comes out as clean. So this is already done. If you have eggs, and you can use the eggs to like brush them on top to make them look more polished, but I'm not gonna do that. So at least I'm just gonna let this cool down and then put them away. It was as easy as that. Nimetoka kusema scones, they're buns. So assuming, let me say you wanted to make what are they called, burgers. Of course, now we would have used the sim seeds on top before we bake, so that they look more cute. You know, people eat with their eyes before they actually eat with their mouth. So that's the recipe. I hope you'll try it and share and tag me on your Instagram. So yeah, let me just close the vlog. Thank you so much for cooking with me the buns. It was actually a lot of fun. I'll do a lot more of cooking content, just recipes that I do in my house, what we eat, such videos. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for subscribing. If you've not yet subscribed, this is your opportunity to please subscribe so that you can help us grow our YouTube channel. Until next time, bye bye, guys. Thank you for watching.